Hi, hello. I think it is the 8th day of Christmas today. It's the day after New Year's Day. This is the day when many of us go back to our normal work routines. I am slowly transitioning my house out from Christmas decorations into normal winter decorations. However, my trees stay up until Epiphany, so we have a few more days with the trees. My New Year's Eve and my New Year's Day were both really quiet, really still. I watched the Rose Bowl parade, kind of slowly chipping away at cleaning and organizing and putting things away. You can see that this, which looks like a mess behind me, is actually my new printer that I got for Christmas from Tracy, which means that I can create my own art prints, and I'm very, very excited about getting that set up. I'm also scared about getting it set up. That is the final painting of 2018, and those are shipping boxes for other paintings that are getting ready to ship. I sold out Word of the Year paintings this year, which is amazing. Thank you very much to everyone who purchased one. You should have your painting in your hands very soon, and when I say that it is an honor for me to paint those, I mean it. I'm so deeply honored to take your intentions and your word of the year onto the canvas and create this prayerful container for your intentions for 2019. So I wanted to tell you a story about what happened with my word of the year. I can't remember how many years I've done this practice, but some time ago, I gave up the idea of New Year's resolutions and I took on the idea of naming a sacred word. And so the sacred word is something that I carry with me throughout the year and just sort of hold it in my heart as a guide, as a lantern, when I'm making decisions or I'm calling things into my experience. I do so through the lens of the word that I've chosen. And this year, I had chosen a word. It was a phrase. I announced it here. It was to be peaceful prosperity, and I felt really good about that phrase. I felt like, yep, that's what I'm calling in. That's what I want to live this year, 2019. And then the day before New Year's Eve, I think that's when it was either the 29th or the 30th. That night, before I fell asleep, I was listening to a guided meditation. And it was a guided meditation about letting go of whatever you needed to let go of before going into the new year. And to be honest with you, it wasn't really resonating with me. It felt relaxing to listen to. I was enjoying listening to the woman's voice, but I was not visualizing anything that she was talking about visualizing. It just wasn't coming up for me, which is fine. But at the very end of this meditation, she said something I wasn't expecting to be in this meditation, that, imagine that someone is handing you a box, and inside the box is a folded piece of paper, and open up the paper, and on the paper is written your word for 2019. And when she said that part of the meditation, I opened up in the vision, I opened up the paper and I saw a word and I heard the word, and it came in so clearly and there was no mistaking it. And it was not a word that I had ever even considered as having as a word for my year. But I felt like, well, that's my word. I mean, that has to be my word. Spirit gave it to me. That's the word. And so my word for 2019 is harmony. And in the past couple of days, as I've been thinking about the word harmony and creating my Pinterest board, which I always create a Pinterest board for my word of the year, more and more I'm realizing that's the perfect word, and I really love it, and I love the associations with it. Harmony is kind of a better way of approaching the concept of balance, I think. Harmony reaches and flows into every area of life. What feels harmonious? What feels good? I'm really pretty happy about the word harmony. So I do have intentions and goals and things that I'm thinking about for this year. work-wise, health-wise. I have created a list of those, and we'll check in at the end of the year and see how I do. I want to continue with this journey that I'm on with Bright Line Eating. I have 30 more pounds that I would like to lose, and so I'm hoping to just keep up my same momentum and do that and maintain that, go onto the maintenance plan this year. I do have some goals set for how many custom prayer paintings I would like to sell this year, and also where I would like to exhibit work this year. In fact, I'm getting paintings ready right now for an invitational that goes up this month. I do have some plans also for how I'm going to restructure my shop on my website and how I'm selling art this year, and obviously I'm going to be selling prints this year. I have some physical things that have been kind of dancing with for a while that I really want to address this year, some inflammation issues. And Harmony has actually led me to really consider and reconsider my energetic health and energy hygiene, and working with the chakras, working with energy medicine, energy healing, and music. I've always loved healing music, but the past couple of days I've just really been engaging in the binaural beats, the solfeggio sequences. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but you know what I'm talking about. And just music that brings in healing and aligning energy, harmony, harmonious sound, and feeling in harmony with my physical body, feeling in harmony with my heart, and in relationships and with everyone I'm encountering. We have a wonderful trip planned for April. Putting a lot of energy into planning that trip right now, and just kind of putting up the structure so that we can just go right into the trip and have a wonderful time. I have another trip coming up this month with two of my best friends for the weekend, and that's really exciting as well. What else for this year? I don't know. Oh, I want to complete my book manuscript. That's definitely on my list of things I hope to do in 2019. I'm also still working on my my clutter clearing project for the whole house, but especially my wardrobe. I turned 50 this year. I turned 50 next month, and I'm slowly starting to understand what a gateway that is, and that I'm really going into the second half of my life. And I want to do that in a particular way, and I want the energies to feel a particular way, and I want to clean out before. I want to spend this time before really setting the stage and getting ready for that. Because of my weight loss, like half of my clothes that I had, I can't wear, which is so fun and awesome, and I'm very glad and happy to donate those clothes to someone who can wear them. But it gives me an opportunity to really pare down my closet, and not only get rid of the things that don't fit anymore or don't, that aren't at their best, but also to look at my style. I have another Pinterest board called Dream Closet, where I pin clothes that I like and outfits that I like. And I was looking at it this morning, and I was thinking, I just don't like a lot of these things anymore. I used to like them, but I've changed. And so it's kind of like I feel like I'm refining right now, and really stepping into who am I and how do I want to present myself. And I don't know how often I've ever written this down or talked about it, but always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that part of the subtext of my work, of my website, of this YouTube channel, of everything that I do online, it's all about spirituality and prayer and creativity and art and the prayer paintings. But underneath that, there's also this other thread that I think of as creative living. And creative living encompasses a lot of things, like the way my home looks and functions, the way I dress, the way I look and function, the way I live each day, the way I approach my days. And I think there's stuff there that I want to share with you as well. And so that's all coming to the surface here at the beginning of the year. I remember last year that I wrote a blog post called A Slow Start to the New Year, where I talked about things for me didn't just necessarily happen on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, that I really spent the first month of the year kind of unraveling and unfolding and dreaming into what was to come. And I think that's the same this year as well. I did do something on New Year's Eve that felt really good. I wrote a pretty long letter to God, and I folded it up and put it underneath on my altar a little tray of crystals, and I lit a Guadalupe candle and let that burn all day, kind of taking those prayers to God. It's burning right now on my altar. And I started painting yesterday. For the most part on New Year's Day, I sat on my couch, but I did come up here and put down the first layer of a painting because I wanted to start off the energy of 2019 with the energy of art making. So, Happy New Year! I would love to hear about your rituals and discoveries and where you're going with your word and intentions for the year. And as always, I'm glad you're here. I'm so happy to meet with you in this way, and I wish you everything good that you are calling in, everything peaceful and beautiful and joyful. I wish you prosperity and love, and I wish you harmony, and I wish me some harmony. And I'm glad we're here together in harmonious flow for 2019. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. There's the UPS truck pulling up outside. I don't think he has anything for me today, but nope, pulling off already. He's probably just used to stopping here. I'll be talking to you soon.